Jaguar Cup Finale in Dubai. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. I am the OpenFed. We are in a rookie electric event called the Jaguar Cup. We're in the first round. We're driving a Jaguar I-Pace E-Trophy and we're driving it on the streets of Dubai on the Ora Quay Loop. I hope I pronounced that right. We're driving at sunset with clear skies. We're doing 5 laps and we started 11th of 22 and promptly dropped a few places. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. We're doing 5 laps and they're going to take a little while to complete. So when you're driving at the beginning and you got all those cars around a big pack, you'd like to have them thin out a little bit and form a line, kind of like what they're doing now. And it usually takes about a lap. Now you got to remember we're driving in Grid Legends, and I always like to warn people, when you're driving in Grid Legends, watch out for any kind of a crash in front of you, any kind of a spin out or running into the wall, because they could spin around and take you out too and finish the race for you a little early. We don't want any of that happening, so we're going to try and keep our eyes open. Now this particular race has boost gates because it's an electric race. You have to hit 2 of them to be able to get an extra boost of speed. I normally do not try to get them because you spend more time trying to get them than what you gain out of it, because you got to go out of your way to hit them. Not to mention the fact that when the other cars are trying to hit the boost gates and they're usually on the outside of a turn, you can cut them on the inside and pass them and take off, and their boost won't even affect them, do them any good, no help whatsoever in trying to catch you. So that's my explanation of the boost gate. And in the meantime, and I'll mention it again when they come up, when we see one. In the meantime, we got to try and keep up with the main pack and try and pick off. Now that we're into our second lap already. Now that we're into the second lap, you got to start picking them off one at a time, because we still got 10 cars in front of us. You know, we're back into our starting position right here at 11th. So I think, up ahead here, this is where the boost gates are, those things, those yellow ones on the outside there. But you see, you cut on the inside and you can get by a guy and pass another guy. So now we're in 9th place. So as we're coming around here, we're quickly closing up the last lap, the last section of this second lap. So we still got a little ways to go. We got 3 more laps to do, and we're just gonna keep a close eye out and pick them off one at a time, like I said. Not too worried about anybody that comes zipping by you all of a sudden real quick, because it's a once in a while thing, but you usually pass them back real quick yourself. So we're just finishing our second lap and going into our third here. And there again, like I said, we've still got 7 cars behind us. So we really haven't moved up much from the beginning of the race, and we're almost halfway through the race. So wigging out a little bit in front of me. You got to watch out for those guys, because sometimes they spin kind of sideways and sometimes they spin all the way around, and then they're taking you out at the same time. I really like this track because it's nice and wide. There's lots of places to pass. However, the cars, they drive an optimal route on this track, so it's a little bit difficult, but you got the width and you got the room. So at least the opportunity is there. So first you catch up to the guy as close as you can. Oh, we end up hitting that boost gate. We couldn't get that other one because, like I said, 3 or 4 cars pass you. And then it tells you that you missed the boost gate, but that's okay, because we're going to catch up, and we're going to use those boost gates to our advantage later on. As we're coming around this corner here, you go through the tunnel, and then that's another lap gone. Now we've only got 2 laps left after this, and still 6 cars to pass. This is a difficult race to win. You know, you got to catch up close to the guys, and you can cut them on the outside or inside. It doesn't seem to make any difference. You can pass them on both sides a little bit easier than you can in other races. So all we can do is just keep going and see if we can catch them on the inside. and get ahead of them and improve our position like that. Now we've got 5 cars. Now we've got 4 cars in front of us as we're moving up quite quickly, but we got to get going because this 4th lap is not going to be around for forever, and then there's only 1 lap left to go. Like I said, I've driven this track quite a few times and with different vehicles and in both directions, and I've always enjoyed it because it's so nice and wide. I really like that. Gives you room to move. But as I said here, boost gate, cut them on the inside, get ahead of another car. And now we've only got 2 more cars in front of us with 1 lap left to go. 1 lap and a little bit. But that little bit is almost done. Because we come around the corner here, it's always tough. I always end up taking it a little bit too wide there. And like I said, that little gray car passed me and I just pass him right back again. So I don't worry too much about that. I focus on the cars that are racing in front of me, and that's these 2. They're the only ones left. And like I said, here we go with our 5th lap starting right over here. Now we got to get serious because it's not going to take long before that lap's over, and these guys are zipping along pretty good, so they're not going to be easy to pass. So all we can do is just catch up close behind them like that and then try to rip by him. Okay, we got the 1, but now we still got this guy to go. And you go, okay, well that shouldn't be too hard because you got the other guy pretty easy. And that's all true enough, but while we're sitting here discussing it, the lap is just shooting away and we're getting less and less space to pass this guy on. So we better make our move soon, you know. But like I said, you watch the boost gates and he's going to go for it. Oh, and he missed the 1 as we cut him on the inside, and that's what I'm talking about. That's the way to beat these guys. Right around the corners, cut him on the inside, and you got him. I really enjoyed this one. This was a great race. I hope you liked watching this one too, and if you did, give us a thumbs up. Anyhow, hope to see you back at OpenFed Gaming real soon again. You have a great rest of your day. You've been racing with me, the OpenFed.